Welcome to another episode of In the Line of Wire, the webcast edition. I have with me today Zishan Ahmed, who is founder of Park Translations. Hi Zishan.
Hi.
Tell us what Park Translations is.
Okay. There are 65 million people in Pakistan who are literate but cannot understand English. So for them to have access to computers and technology and the web, this is what Park Translation is all about. We took this initiative two and a half years ago. And now we have refined it to the form that it can not only translate, but webmasters can use it to translate their websites, give Urdu versions. Mobile companies can use it for a translation service on their mobile phones. Anybody can send SMS in Urdu, in English, and have it received on the other end in Urdu.
So the problem that we've been having about local content will be solved because of you?
To some extent, yes. The language barrier would be taken down, but yes, localization is much more than just translation, because there has to be the content itself should be about Pakistan, which there isn't much right now.
Now tell me how it works, very simply. How does it work?
Oh, it's as simple as just add parktranslations.com ? To any web address, and from there onwards you can enter Urdu Internet. And you can click wherever you want, you'll go around in Urdu. So that is sort of a parallel Urdu internet which you can enter anytime as soon as you add parktranslations.com ? In front of any web address.
Okay, so I tried that yesterday with my blog In the Line of Wire. And it happened in an instant. Everything was translated into Urdu. But some of the things, like the title of some of the posts, etc., sounded very funny because it was a literal translation. So how do you solve that?
Right now the technology is just like a child. For example, if somebody comes to you and say, I have a solution. If a normal IT specialist would say this to you, you would say, okay, he has a solution, as in a solution, what we understand from. But if a guy with a lab coat comes with a test tube in his hand and say, I have a solution, then of course it conveys a different meaning. So that is context. Just like a child, the machine doesn't have context right now, but you can help us fill it in. You can use the online editor. You can choose all the different meanings of all the possible meanings of every word, and fine-tune the translations within a few clicks. And you can also add your multi-words. For example, every website or every domain or every business has a set of multi-words attached to it. You can just keep clicking on words and add them as multi-words and save it by your name. And next time, as simple as parktranslations.com ? Your website URL and username is equal to the username you save it by.
Okay, so you are actually teaching the system to learn the context.
What I have done is we have made a technology which is gonna let everybody else teach it. So the community can make the translations better, which would in turn help the community again.
Okay, terrific. But it at least starts you off. Like I would never have thought of having my blog in Urdu. But now I'm thinking about it that, okay, I'll have an Urdu version, but of course I'll have to spend 5 to 10 minutes on making sure the context is right.
Or have somebody to do it for you.
Yeah, probably will have to do that because my Urdu is not that brilliant.
So this also can start another industry. Why? Because till now there was no machine translation technology available for English to Urdu translation. So all of these translation agencies have been doing it manually. So right now they can bring the price down quite a bit and do a lot more in a lot less time. For example, right now if you go to any translation agency and you have a small website, you want to get it translated, they're gonna, for even 3,000 words, they're gonna charge you more than £2,000 for that, and 20 to 25 days, which we can do instantaneous. To some extent, and the rest of it can be improved just giving a few minutes.
Okay, and also they won't have to type it in again.
Exactly. During the whole data entry process, not a keystroke is required. All of it would be done just by mouse clicks, hovering a mouse here and there. That's it.
I also noticed there is transliteration available, so it can be turned into Roman for those of us who may not be able to read much of the Urdu script.
Exactly. It's actually the opposite of that. There are many times when I want to send somebody a message in pure Urdu, written in the Urdu native script, but everybody is not comfortable with it, and for once it's very hard to type. And not many people are used to it. So what you can do is you can just say, hi, mera naam Zishan Ahmed hai, MERANAAM, naam Zishan Ahmed hai, and just before you send it, you transliterate it and copy the real text and send it to somebody. So if you want to send them the real Urdu content.
So not the other way around.
Not the other way around. It can be the other way around. But it's just that there isn't much Urdu content already available for us, somebody asked me, why don't you do Urdu to English translation? And I said, to start off, there are a lot of people who in Pakistan who want access to the information outside, but not so much the other way around, unfortunately for now.
Okay, terrific. Now, how are you going to make money off this website?
Somebody once asked me which industry can it be applied to, and I asked him a simple question: you name an industry where it cannot be applied to. Okay. Why? Because everybody, it's not supposed to get into any domain and be involved in it. It's supposed to facilitate every industry reach out.
Right.
Why? Because there's 65 million people in Pakistan, and people cannot get their message across to them. For example, there's so much of ISP boom going on, there's so much of telecom boom going on, but they cannot go beyond 17 million, which is the number of people who are English literate.
Right.
So to get to the 18 million, they'll have to go through some technology like Pak translations.
No, but right now you've made it available free, right? Yeah. Are you going to then change it into a paid model?
Right now what it is, it's not actual Urdu internet, it's a showcase of Urdu internet. Okay. You cannot translate secure web pages, like whatever page requires you to sign in. Okay. It would not support that. Why? Because it's the session. Okay. It has to be built directly with the server, right? So what we're going to do with ISPs is give them their own toolbar, which they can install on there, and then anything which is on their Internet Explorer document, anything that can be translated with just a click. It can be a selection of text. You can select a piece of text and press a button, or you can just press a button and the whole page will be translated. So this way you can even translate emails and personal messages and blogs and stuff like that.
Terrific. Very exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll have you back in about maybe 6 months to see how far you've gone. Are you thinking of looking at other languages in addition to Urdu?
This year we plan to launch Sindhi and Pashto, and the good thing is that whatever everybody is going to teach the technology for Urdu, they won't have to redo it for other languages. So just teaching it Urdu is enough, and all of the context would be resolved for other languages as well.
Terrific. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So that was Zishan Ahmed from PakTranslations.com, and so our problem regarding Urdu content may be solved sooner than we thought, and also Sindhi and Pashto content. Join us again for another episode of In the Line of Wire, the webcast edition. This is Jahara signing off.